The Turnpike Sports Pro Football Pick segment is brought to you by Betfred Sportsbook. Never miss a bet with Betfred Sportsbook. Betfred Sports brings over 50 years of experience through the United States betting industry. Straight bets, in-play wagering, parlay cards, teasers, and more. Head on over to BetfredSports.com or download the Betfred Sportsbook app in Colorado, Iowa, or Arizona and get in on all the action today. New signups will receive up to $250 in free bets when wagering $50. Download the Betfred Sportsbook app today. Offer valid in Colorado, Iowa, and Arizona only. Visit BetfredSports.com for terms and conditions. Please gamble responsibly. If you have any questions or concerns about your gambling or someone close to you, call 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa, 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona, and 1-800-522-4700 in Colorado.
And welcome to NFL Week 4. This is the Turnpike Sports Pro Football Pick segment powered by Betfred Sports. I'm Doug Weishuttle here with Dave Weishuttle, and we're going to be doing our picks for Week 4 of the NFL regular season. I'll be honest with you, I have been having my butt handed to me the first couple of weeks here, and I am just shocked that I wasn't able to grab some of the trends happening right now, and it's very interesting what I'm seeing in terms of the first 3 weeks.
I've been stuck in a rut. I mean, some people can call it you're being consistent, but I'm really stuck in a rut. I'm like 2-1 every week. So
you're being consistent.
I'm being consistent.
And you're not in a rut. You have a winning record. That's what you have. I have yet to have a winning record. But again, looking at the first 3 weeks of the season, listen to these trends here. The Dogs are hitting at about a 60% win rate. They're
nice.
28, 18, and 2 for the first 3 weeks. And the unders are doing just as well. They're hitting around 62, 63%. They're 30 and 18 through the first 3 weeks of the season.
Well, I went with the dog this week, so I hope the trend continues.
I actually went with the dog as well.
Nice.
So, but again, as always, this is the Pro Football Pick segment. We each pick three games, and we do no money line bets. We do all spreads and
money
totals.
line's too easy.
Yes, yeah, obviously.
Save the money lines for your parlays. So.
Money lines would be very helpful for me lately. But no, the way we do it, no money lines. We do spreads and totals only. We use Tuesday lines from Betfred Sports. So please, as game day approaches, please check the lines. Please check the totals. These will change by the time the game rolls around for kickoff.
But I got to tell you, sometimes you find really great lines early in the week.
Oh,
so
yes.
Always check the lines all throughout the week. Jump on Betfred, and it's an amazing site, and they're constantly updating. It's great.
The one thing I like doing is seeing how the lines change as the games approach. Sometimes they get better, sometimes they get worse. The totals, I've been seeing a lot of the totals this year start off high and then drop down.
Yeah.
And I think that's a trend we're seeing in the results with the unders doing the better percentage of winning. But right now, let's get right into it and get into our first game of the week. My first game is the Jacksonville Jaguars going to visit the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes.
Philly right now.
I looked at this, but didn't pull a trigger on it.
Philly right now is favored by 6.5,
and
there's an over/under of 48.5. I'll be honest with you, the NFL creates some of the best storylines. I think the only league that does better storyline drafting and writing is the WWE. We have the former Super Bowl winning coach of the Eagles coming to visit his old team with a rejuvenated Jacksonville Jaguars team.
Well, you got to remember the week before, Washington visited. Actually, Washington was playing Philadelphia, and it was Carson Wentz against the
storyline.
Yeah,
NFL is all about the story.
Absolutely.
Both teams are actually 2-1 against the spread to start the season, and I'm really impressed with what Peterson has done with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Very good team.
They're a very good team now. Last year they were not a good team.
Well, hey.
And both teams have been on a tear lately. Both teams have scored 20 or more points in all three of their games each. Both of them have hit the 38-point mark as well. Philly's beaten Jacksonville 3 times out of the last 3 games they played each other. I think that's a factor of the previous coaching regime more so than anything else.
Sure.
And I really think that streak is going to continue for the Eagles. However, I think they're going to have to score a lot because Jacksonville seems to have found an offense. And I think that's more a reflection of Peterson's offense than anything else. I'm doing the over 48.5.
Okay, my first game is the Denver Broncos versus the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are favored by 2 points, and the total is 44.5 points. Both these teams have not been what I have expected them to be at the start of the season. Russell Wilson just does not look like the quarterback he has been in the past, and I'm certainly not seeing much from the Josh McDaniels, David Carr-led offense of the Raiders. I think Josh McDaniels already had a meeting with the owners of the team, so not a very good situation with the Raiders. Check this out. The under is 20-8 in the Broncos' last 28 games, and for the Raiders, the under is 6-2 in their last 8 games, and I think that's what's going to happen this week. I think I'm taking the under 44.5 points for this one.
My second game of the week, the Cleveland Browns traveling to Atlanta to play the Falcons. Cleveland is favored by 1.5 at the time we're taping this.
You had luck with Atlanta last week, right?
Yes, I did.
There you go.
The over-under is 50. That's a big number.
It is. Yeah.
And I think I said last week, Atlanta seems to be was one of the best 0-2 teams at the time, and they've actually been playing extremely well this season. They won last week. They're 3-0 against the spread to start the season, and the over is also 3-0.
Wow.
In all Atlanta games.
Wow, okay.
Cleveland hasn't really impressed me this year. I think that's a factor of Brissett being back there at the last moment. And
I'm not a
learning how to
Brissett
win.
guy. Yeah.
Well, I have to admit, Brissett knows that offense. Mm-hmm. And you're seeing the offense coming together little by little. The way they played in the second half against Pittsburgh was really impressive. But again, they really just haven't been playing consistently. They've been playing better in that game after the Jets' surprising win against them. I have to say, if this spread was +3, +3.5, I'd go with the Falcons. It's 1.5 here. I have to go with the Browns.
Okay, my next game, and I'm not sure why I went with this game, but I'm jumping on the New England Patriots versus the Green Bay Packers. The Packers are favored by 10.5 points and a total of 40. I have been thoroughly unimpressed with both of these offenses this year. The Packers have only scored 14 points against Tampa Bay. And, New England's defense isn't that bad. And as far as the New England offense, my feelings about Mac Jones. I mean, he thoroughly unimpressed me. He throws too many jump balls, and now he's hurt. And quite frankly, I don't think the Patriot offense is losing a lot by putting Brian Hoyer in. So I don't think he's going to do much worse than Mac Jones. The Patriots are 6-0 against the spread following a double-digit loss at home, and that's exactly what happened last week. I think the Packers are going to win this, but I got to tell you, 10.5 points is a bit too high for me. So I'm taking the New England Patriots to actually cover in this game.
I have to admit, one thing I've noticed about Green Bay, their passing offense may not be that good as it has been in the past. The running offense has been much, much better.
Let me tell you something. I think that's what we're going to see in this game. I think the Patriots are going to run heavy because they're having some issues with the quarterback, to say the least, and the Packers have been very effective in their running. So I think this is going to be a low scoring. I almost took the under in this one as well. So
that also may be a play.
I would take the under because it's going to be run left, run right. So.
But you're doing
on both teams.
Patriots +10.
I am taking the Patriots +10. I don't think the Patriots are going to win this. I think they have a chance of covering.
Well, if you listen to Boston radio, they have a chance to win every game.
Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. Oh, the Boston radio was like, by the way, the Patriots never lose against anyone. They always beat themselves.
Yes. They give the game away.
It's crap.
Yes.
they got the crap kicked out of them. Because, again, like I said last week, Mac Jones threw too many jump balls.
Last game of the week, I have the Arizona Cardinals traveling to the Carolina Panthers.
Interesting. I almost went with this game. I did not. So I'm very interested to hear this.
I thought long and hard about doing another Colts game, by the way.
Oh, God.
But no, I've taken too many beatings from that one. So I'm staying off the Colts for a little while. Right now, Carolina's favored by 2 in this game, and the over-under is 44. Arizona started off the year, and they've played Kansas City, the Raiders, the Rams, all playoff teams. Carolina hasn't, and their offense has been very, very bad with Baker Mayfield back there. I really, really thought there would have been a little bit of a bump with Baker Mayfield, but I have to say, with Darnold back there, Darnold seemed to have a better control of the offense than Baker Mayfield. That's going to change throughout the year. But right now, the Carolina defense has been keeping them close in every game. We've got the Cardinals coming in. They're starting to play extremely well. I don't think Carolina's played a quarterback like Kyler Murray yet. And Murray can extend plays. He can make plays. And I think right now they're going to have a very difficult time playing against the Arizona Cardinals defense, too. That's why I'm going with Arizona +2.
Arizona loses this. I think Kingsbury's on the hot seat.
He already is.
I already heard a lot of people like throwing down bets that he will be the first coach to be fired this year. So it should be interesting to see how that plays out this year.
I put money on that one.
Yeah, right. Well, my last game is the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Houston Texans. The Chargers are 5-point favorites, and the total is 44. Now, look, I took the Chargers before the season started to win the West, and I think this is one of those games they have to win to even make that happen. The Chargers are 11-3 against the spread in their last 14 games following a double-digit loss, and 6-2-1 against the spread in their last 9 games they played in October. So, they do very well in October, and guess what? They're playing in October. So I'm looking for the Chargers to cover and really bounce back from that loss last week. So my third pick is the Los Angeles Chargers, and I'm laying the points.
Okay, well, that's our picks for the week. Let's recap them. I went with the over 48.5 in the Jaguars-Eagles game. Went with Cleveland, favored by 1.5 over the Falcons, and Arizona, the underdog +2 against the Carolina Panthers.
Okay, for my picks, I went with the under 44.5 points in the Denver Broncos-Las Vegas Raiders game. I took the New England Patriots to cover the 10.5 points they're getting against the Green Bay Packers, and I'm taking the Los Angeles Chargers and laying the 5 points against the Houston Texans.
All right, these picks will be up in written form on the blog, turnpikesports.us. Go to the blog, and you'll see them up as soon as the show is published. Also, you can watch the pick segment separately from the main show as well. You go to turnpikesports.us, and you'll see the picks up there on our Pro Picks page, as well as the blog entry. Follow the show on @Turnpike Sports, @Turnpike Bets as well. Facebook, @Turnpike Sports. Instagram, @Turnpike Sports Radio is the handle there. And these picks will be up. Please feel free to reach out, put comments wherever you see them. info@turnpikesportsradio.com is also the email address for the show.
Yeah, share some of your picks. We need all the help we can get.
Enjoy it. Enjoy your Sunday, everybody.
Bye.